The Calgary Flames are no strangers to making trades. So many big names have been dealt away from the Blue Sky City, and many people thought the Flames would once again be sellers this year. But that may not be the case after what Craig Conroy has recently said. There will no doubt be trade rumors as the season progresses, but for now, we can pump the brakes a little bit. Welcome to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. And let's get into what Craig Conroy has said, revealing the truth about these trade rumors and talk about how there are no plans to trade as of right now. And all we heard, all summer, kind of in this era, the Craig Conroy era, it's just been an era of trades. It started with Toffoli way back when, and then of course we saw, Zadorov, Lindholm trades happen, and the trade deadline fiasco with Tanev, Hanifin, everything that happened with Jacob Markstrom. And then, of course, we did see Markstrom and Mangiapane get traded. And so the talks continued about trades. And more people got rumored to be on the trade block. Guys like Kadri, Coleman. We heard Huberdeau a little bit. Of course, guys like Kuzmenko, Mantha, once we signed him. A lot of the vets, we'll say, as we're trying to buy into the youth. But apparently, there might be some more truth to this, revealing the truth that there's no plans to trade right now. And that is totally okay. So we'll have a couple articles we're going to get into. And the first one is this one here. So Flames GM Craig Conroy rejects rumors he'll be a seller this season. So TSN's Pierre LeBrun reports that Calgary Flames GM Craig Conroy is puzzled by the expectation that he will be a seller this season. Now, this article is based off the article that we looked at actually a few days ago with LeBrun talking to Conroy and them just kind of revealing some other information as well. But this one more so involves the trades and the trade rumor speculation specifically. So the Flames are off to a 4-0 start, but more than that, Conroy's happy with the roster and likes the quiet surrounding the team. According to LeBrun, Conroy feels he has already completed the necessary fire sales over the past 12 to 15 months. And that is so true. I know it's ironic since we're called the Flames, but it truly has been an absolute fire sale over the past year and a bit. And it's been ridiculous. But the main thing here to take is that he's happy with the roster and really likes the quiet surrounding the team. The media isn't all over the players themselves and talking about trades like crazy. It's just a better environment, and the players seem a lot happier, as do coaches and management. It's just an overall way better situation than a bunch of guys who seem like they don't want to be there. Their names are being thrown in the mud and in the trade speculation rumor mill. So it's just overall a lot better. LeBrun discussed some of the names on the rumored trading block, Kadri, Weegar, and Coleman, but also noted that all have contracts extending beyond this season. Conroy is confident that these players want to contribute to the team's transition and plans to include them in the organization's plans going forward. Conroy doesn't want to dismantle the core and is looking to maintain stability rather than make significant trades. And the big name not listed here is Rasmus Andersson. He's kind of one of those guys that a lot of people are saying he's going to get traded. He's so unhappy here. Well, look at the start he has had. I believe he's leading the league in defensive scoring. He looks so good. Him and Kevin Ball are one of the best defensive pairings in the entire league so far this season. I know it's only 4 games, but they have clicked instantly. It looks so good. So hopefully he's happy there. I know his name isn't mentioned, but it might be mentioned later in this video as we get into our next article, which piggybacks off of this one, which is from Lyle Richardson. And he writes, NHL rumor roundup, no big moves this season for the Calgary Flames? Big question there. The Calgary Flames were speculated ahead of the season to continue the roster teardown, but there appears to be more clarity regarding their immediate plans. The Calgary Flames were big sellers in last season's NHL trade market. Between November and June, they shipped out Zadorov, Lindholm, Hanifin, Tanev, Markstrom, and Mangiapane. That activity has some observers wondering which Flames veterans could hit the trade block this season. Some wondered if the club's hot start might affect their efforts to be sellers this season. And 4 games in, if that's already setting the tone as, look, we're competing for the cup this year, then I'm on. I'm on the bandwagon. I absolutely love this team. Goodbye, Team Tank. This is what's best for the future, is to keep all these old guys. No, I'm just kidding. They're actually really, really good veterans. So happy to have them around. TSN's Pierre LeBrun, man, is he ever getting some airtime in this video, reports that Flames GM Craig Conroy doesn't understand the expectation that his club will be major sellers. He indicates Conroy doesn't intend to tear his roster down to the studs and start over, which is what was initially, kind of assumed more so than anything, speculated, of course, but also reported. It seemed like that was the vibe. That was the whole Conroy, his entire plan, so very interesting here that Conroy has revealed the truth that no, that's not how it is. We don't want the outside noise. We're going to do things like this. We like the guys we have. They want to be here, and that's a key as well. The Hockey News' Jim Parsons cited the report, adding that the decision would prioritize roster stability during a time of transition. So you can't just assume everyone's on the trade block, getting rid of everyone, because there's no stability in that. The roster's stabilized right now. A good mix of vets and young guys who are going to develop and become great, and it really is just a great roster right now. LeBrun pointed out that the core veterans some observers suggest could be trade bait are under contract beyond this season. Those include Kadri, Weegar, and Coleman. There you go, almost the exact same. These guys are writing the exact same thing, and then I'm saying what they're saying. Man, we got to get some original content. The Hockey News' Adam Proteau believes Conroy shouldn't rule out moving those players if the right offers come along, and that a full rebuild is better than a retool. However, their contracts give them complete control over their futures in the Stampede City. So a lot of people will agree with Proto here. Maybe it's best to do a full teardown, do a full rebuild, and then you can be a really good team in the future. But that's never been the Flames way. And I know a lot of people will disagree with the Flames way, but it always seems like, look, if we have the right pieces, might as well try to compete. Playoff hockey is great. It does so many good things for the city, for the economy, for the organization to remain in Calgary. But of course we will now that we're getting the new arena. But still, just very interesting here that there's still a big debate to it. Should the Flames still rebuild and get rid of some of these guys, especially the ones who are on expiring contracts like Kuzmenko and Mantha? It's a debate we could talk about all season, or at least up until the trade deadline, and I'm sure it'll get a lot more heated as the season progresses, as the Flames continue to be undefeated into March. Let's continue. Kadri, 34, frequently appeared in the offseason rumor mill. At the start of training camp, he told reporters to pump the brakes. A bit of a typo there, but you know what we mean. On the speculation, insisting he loves the team and the city and look forward to helping his teammates surprise people this season. They sure have through 4 games. He signed through 2028-29 with an average annual value of $7 million and a full no movement clause. And I think his book just recently came out. Can't wait to cop that one and give that one a quick read. End to end, I'm sure it'll be very good, very interesting. But either way, it is true. Kadri, he's in that mindset of the rest of the vets. Look, pump the brakes on the trade speculation. We have a good group here. We want to be here. Who knows? I love my team. We're going to try and win. Fair enough, Nazem. Let's wrap this up. Weegar and Coleman also expressed their wish to stay in Calgary. The 30-year-old Weegar is signed through 2030-31 with a $6.25 million cap hit, which could end up being one of the best contracts in the league, and a full no-movement clause. Coleman, 32, has 2 years remaining with a cap hit of $4.9 million and a 10-team no-trade list. So out of the 3 vets they've mentioned here, he's probably the most likely to be traded. Maybe not this season, more likely next year, but still. It's pure speculation. Conroy told LeBrun he believes those players want to stay with the Flames. He wants to keep them around to build the right culture for their young players to follow. And that would be a great thing if we can retain these guys and they can do just exactly that. But it'll be very, very interesting to see. Let me know if you think the Flames should make any big trades this season. Let's wrap this one up with the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel. This one was a request to be the comment of the day, and you know me, I'm a man of the people. I like to fulfill some dreams, shall we say. And Jim Anderson said here, "Hey Mark, hopefully this makes to the comment of the day." Well, here you go. "If we do go on a tank mode after this year, would drafting Gavin McKenna make a huge difference in the lineup of Flames and be a Stanley Cup worthy team? What are your thoughts on this, as we need to acquire first draft superstar pick we most want?" And yes, in an ideal world, the Flames do get Gavin McKenna next year, and it won't make an immediate impact. The Flames won't be ready to contend probably the next season. But look, you develop a young, good player. Look at some of the first overall picks that made it to a Stanley Cup final, within their first 5 years, if not multiple. Look at Sidney Crosby. Look at Patrick Kane, guys like that. I know there's others who, haven't gone anywhere near a Stanley Cup final, like, an Austin Matthews. Connor McDavid has been to one. We've seen Nathan MacKinnon, who has won the cup, so there's no right recipe to it. But it would be best case scenario to get Gavin McKenna and develop a little bit, and then hopefully be contenders by 2030, shall we say, something like that. I know that's a long ways away, but still, in an ideal world, I would like the Flames to especially tank next year. I know this draft year is supposed to be really good, but next year especially, if they can get Gavin McKenna. But who knows? Maybe we'll have the 32nd overall pick this year. Well, I guess we'd have to give it to Montreal. But either way, so many different ways we can look at this. Thank you for your comment. Anytime you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you like what you saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.